Hey guys, it's me, Brad Cohen with Funkhauser Real Estate Group. I'm here to talk to you today about something that is super timely in our market right now, and that is multiple offer scenarios in a seller's market. And today what we're going to be talking about is how to handle that situation as a buyer. So first things first, we have to acknowledge the reality that right now, because of the market conditions we're faced with, we do have a lot of multiple offer scenarios. Recently, I've worked with 3 different buyers, actually just in the last 2 weeks, that have been in multiple offer scenarios. So how do we handle that, and how do we cross those bridges to be able to succeed and make sure that we're winning out and making our offer look as effective as we possibly can and as attractive as we possibly can to the seller? First, submit a large earnest money deposit. In our market, it's not uncommon to see very low earnest money deposits. That's very Harrisonburg, Rockingham specific, to see deposits between $500 and $2,000. In other markets, it's very, very uncommon to see deposits that low. So something that's going to show the seller that you're very serious and very well qualified is to put up a strong earnest money deposit. I generally recommend at least 1% of the purchase price. Second, show the seller that you're qualified. There's a difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter, and now you're actually seeing some banks do what's called a loan commitment, a pre-commitment. The 3 different levels that you're considering is going to make your offer look that much stronger. A pre-qualification is just a basic conversation with a lender about your debts and your assets and your income, and it really doesn't have a whole lot of grip. It shows you, yes, you could buy a house, but it doesn't really give you the real girth that a pre-approval or a pre-commitment would look like. When you're in a multiple offer scenario, pre-approval at a minimum and a pre-commitment is going to give you a much, much stronger bearing, because those are going to actually identify about the same as a cash offer. Give the sellers time to move. In this market, a lot of sellers are feeling just as overwhelmed as buyers are, that they're getting multiple offers on their property very quickly, and then all of a sudden they have to coordinate all these different moving logistics. As a buyer, you want to make your offer look as attractive as possible, so have the conversation with your agent, have your agent have a conversation with their agent, and see how much time the seller needs. This is a very, very simple tactic that can help them feel more comfortable with your offer as opposed to another one. The final point that I want to make, and probably the most important, is writing your best offer. When you're looking at multiple offer scenarios, unfortunately your ability to negotiate with the seller kind of falls off a little bit, because the seller's looking at a bunch of different offers with a bunch of different timelines, contingencies, prices, everything comes into play. So what you want to do is take your time with your agent, write a very, very thorough, well-written, clean offer that is very easy for the seller to understand. Sometimes you may not even, or you may also want to consider doing an executive summary to accompany the offer. Here's the price, here's the timelines, here's the pre-approval letter. Always make sure you include that. And just basically come into it with the most clean, well-written offer that you possibly can. Don't expect to negotiate as much when you're in a multiple offer scenario, and make sure that you point out what makes your offer that much more of an incentive for others. You could also consider writing a love letter to the seller. Some people say that that works a little bit or has some effectiveness to it. I've kind of seen it both ways personally. So that's just a couple of tips for you about how to handle multiple offer scenarios as the buyer in a seller's market. If you have any other questions, or if you'd like to talk about negotiation strategies further, feel free to give me a call. Check out the links below. My phone number is 540-830-7239. Look forward to speaking with you more, and thanks so much for watching my video.